Yeah.
All right, guys, I have Philip here. I'm super excited because one, he has the same name as myself, so just kind of different way. Two, Philip is in the same he's in the same industry as I was back in the days. But I will let you take over, Philip. I will ask you to please, share, who you are, where you're from, what you do, and then we go from there. Is that okay?
Yeah, easy. So yeah, I'm Phillip Gerard. I'm from Adelaide, South Australia. I'm a health and fitness coach, and I just basically help as many men and sometimes women, but mainly men, lose fat and reclaim their health.
There you go, health and fitness coach. I was there for 8 years. So Philip, so you are from Australia, but you work. Your market is worldwide, correct?
Yeah, worldwide. Yeah, so I've got clients all over New Zealand, obviously Australia, Canada, America. I've never actually hit the UK, but one day I might get one.
There we go. And you focus mainly on guys, men.
Yeah, mainly men. I do have women on the books too, but yeah, mainly guys. I tend to be quite direct in my messaging, and they seem to resonate with that a lot more. So yeah.
And how long have you been doing this for?
3 years now. So yeah, so what year are we in now? 2021. Yeah, so I started my studies 2018, and then yeah, just went from there. I was an electrician before all this, and yeah, sort of just ran into this new career path, and I love it. It's my passion now, and yeah, I literally couldn't think of doing anything else.
There you go. So, but 3 years ago, Philip, you were doing face-to-face type of coaching, right? Back in Adelaide, right?
Yeah, yes and no. I did a bit of both. I was doing a hybrid back then. I was always online at some capacity because I knew that that's where the industry was going. Just wasn't very, I wasn't very good at understanding how the online market works. So it was a lot easier to do face-to-face stuff. And yeah, it's just years of battling trying to get clients online for sure.
Okay, so let's grab that one. So what was what's your story? What's your path in the online space? How did you start? What did you do up to today?
Yeah. Got it. So it would have been around November 2019, December 2019, I got an online coach, a business coach. Had her for about 12 months. It was okay. I mean, I definitely got my money back, but I didn't really excel, you know what I mean? And the method just got worse and worse over the time that I was using, and the results weren't showing, and I didn't really have anything more to try, and I was again back in that like, oh no, what do I do now, right? Like, and then yeah, just kept looking around and trying to figure out new methods, and nothing was really that predictable, and I wasn't getting many calls booked, and if I was, they weren't like really solid leads or anything like that. So it made it quite difficult to even have an online side to my business. But I mean, yeah, I was kind of just scraping the barrel and just breaking even, So it wasn't that illustrious, 6 figures in 12 months type thing. That never happened to me. Like, and it wasn't through lack of effort either. Like, I worked pretty hard, as you know. Like, I'm busted it. Like, I'm happy to do anything. Like, as long as it's, one of those actions that are going to get me the results. Similar to what I say to my clients, those key performance indicators that you got to be hitting. Once you know what they are, then yeah, your world's going to change for sure.
There you go. You touch on the very important words that is crucial to grow any business, whether fitness space, service space in general, product space, which is predictability.
Mm-hmm.
So you're putting all this work, you follow these instructions that you had from your coach and courses you've bought, and you don't really see that I invest this amount of time or this amount of work, and I have back this, client acquisition type level or revenue type level. So you didn't have that.
Yeah, no, not in a predictable manner. No, there's no like they were just coming in sporadically. One minute I'd get like a sale, and then it'd be like 6 weeks I wouldn't like even really speak to anyone. Like no one would come in, and yeah, it was like I'd be trying all these different methods, and yeah, nothing really sort of made sense. You know, I was just like, it felt like I was just swimming endlessly in the ocean with no horizon like to see. Like I was just like, when's it coming? Like when am I going to get another client? You know, and there was no map or anything to get there. You know, it was just like just stranded. Yeah.
And how did you meet Phillip? What was the story? How did you meet, and how did you end up actually joining the inner circle, the mirroring inner circle? And then how did you end up, getting your clients?
Yeah. So I was, well, we're both in a course. Obviously, we all like to expand and and learn. So yeah, I was just asking questions in this course, and then you obviously helped me out a lot, and you added value with your response, unlike a lot of people that tend to not do that. And you ask questions and you're engaging, and it made me feel like you genuinely wanted to help. And like my, I guess, sales resistance was right down. You know, like I was super comfortable with like thinking that you were helping me, and you were. Like there was no question that you weren't trying to help me and give me value, right? And then, we went back and forth a couple of times in that group, and then you added me on Facebook, and I was like, oh, this guy's a genuine dude. Like he's helping me out. Like sweet, talking to you. And then it was just like, again, just giving me value, giving me some pointers, like talking about the perfect buyer, all this sort of stuff. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. And then you talk about mirroring. I'm like, what is this? Like this Jedi shit? Like, what are you talking about?
The Jedi.
Yeah. Then we jump on a call. And then at that point I was like, oh, okay. Because obviously like my background, knowing about like the sales stuff, I'm like, okay, right. So this is going to be like, it's going to move into like a sales call. But you're just like, no, it's not going to be a sales call. We're just going to have a chat. And I was like, offer you as much value as possible. I'm like, yeah, right, let's do it. Like, so we jump on, and then, obviously you helped me out in that call. And I remember we going through the stuff, and then I was like, oh yeah, I can kind of do it on my own, but then not really. Like, and then obviously I postponed the next call because obviously something come up, and I was just like, oh, because I know what the next call is going to be. I was like, it's going to be a sales call. Like, I don't want to take this. And he was super calm about it, all comfortable, like still provided me value. Like, all right, let's jump on the call, man. And you gave me a mirroring booklet as well, even though I didn't jump on the second call. So you're nurturing me already, like unreal. Like, and I literally said no to you. So again, just value, and just making me feel comfortable again. And then like you offered the same sales call, the second call to me, and you're just like there's literally no pressure. Like I won't even open the sale unless you ask about it and you want to hear about it more. So I was like, oh, yeah, all right, so let's do it. So literally, again, sales resistance right down. Like he just wants to have a chat and see if you can help. And then we jump on that call, and you just really obviously helping me out.
Great, Phillip. You're right. I remember I said, listen, I'm not going to make any offer. I'm just going to break down the entire step by step. There we go. Yeah, correct. Yeah, I remember that.
And then obviously mad help on the call and telling me exactly what it was that I needed to do. And I was still obviously a little bit lost and super intrigued about what it is that you were doing. So you built that intrigue by saying, like, all right, like we won't even open the sale. And I was like, okay, well, what the hell do you do? Like, let me know. And then that was it, man. Rest is history. I was like, yeah, let's go, let's do it. Sounds like a lot more structured and a lot more. It made a lot more sense to me of what it is that I had to do every single day, and it was super simple because it was like you're hunting, farming, bang, and then you just like from there you put your tool. And I'm like, is that it?
That's it. Right? There you go.
Yeah, it was like,
no, but so let's hold on that one, because a lot of people in this industry, the service space industry, they get caught in doing 1 million different tasks every single day. From building websites to sales funnels to email lists to building a group to create branding to post here, post there to network sales calls, all of that. And you just said that with the mirroring formula relies on hunting, farming, call.
Yeah,
right? That's it.
It's just like when you look at it like that, you're just like, what have I been doing?
Yeah, hunting, farming, call. This is very good, Phillip. So this is good. So okay, so then you join us. I was very happy you joined because I knew I could help you, not just from a business perspective, but I have the background in health and fitness. So there's a few angles I could share with you. And then you joined. So okay, so what is what is it you do? Like, I'm helping you, but what is the process looks like from your perspective?
Right.
When you are promoting your business, following the mirroring formula.
Right. So we obviously head out and start hunting, and we go to like-minded groups. So you go to groups that sort of sit with, you know, who your perfect buyer would be, and you just see what they're asking in the group, and you'll obviously notice a lot of comments that are just like one-line sentences, or, you know, just like a yes answer, or just nothing really. There's no substance there. So then obviously I go into the group, have a look at the posts, and I go, all right, well, someone's asking about creatine, for instance, and then, you know, I just give them a whole bunch of information about what it is that they want the answer to. And then you ask them a question at the end of it, and you just and you mirror what they asked, or you sort of just find something else that can sort of get them to respond. And I tell you, I'm probably at like a 95% response from all those messages. I'm not even kidding. Like, they literally, because you ask a question, sometimes they just like it. I swear to God, it'd be like 95%, and they respond, because obviously they're in a point where they're like, well, I need help with this. Like that question that they're asking probably isn't the only question they want to ask. So, or even if they haven't even thought of another question, they know, because I've given them such value in that response, that they'll think that they can, you know, use me again down the line. So they want to obviously open up that conversation as well, and have someone with the knowledge that I would have, or anyone else that, you know, whatever they're doing, they'd have that on hand, you know. And then you go back and forth a couple of times. You add them as a friend, or they add you as a friend. I would say most of the time I'd be adding them, but a lot of them would still add you. Or if you couldn't add them, you just send them a message privately, and then just comment saying that, you know, excuse me, I sent you a message, but if you want to continue the chat, let's just jump in there, whatever. But you've already given them so much value, and you've helped them out, that they're super keen. Like, yeah, for sure, let's do it. You know, it'd be very rare for them not to. And then you jump in the inbox, and again, you just, you know, seeing how they're going, generally wanting to help them without getting anything back, right? Because that's what a lot of people are in the service industry for. Regardless if you're getting paid or not, it's still like, it's selfish, selfless type business, because you feel good for helping anyway, but you're also getting rewarded for it too. But when you're helping someone, literally with, obviously you've got the goal in mind of trying to acquire a client, but at the same time, like, you just put that outside of your mind and genuinely help the person, they're going to want to like keep talking to you, keep the conversation going, even if you sort of slow it down and end it because they might not be the right fit or whatever. They're still going to want to help, like want your help. And it just builds your network, right? So not only do you, even if you don't get a client, you're going to get a bigger network. People are going to follow you. They're going to recommend you to other people. Like, this guy's really good. He's really helpful. Asking this, blah, blah, blah. Like, that side of it's great. And then from there, you know, you obviously follow the system of like a couple of messages, voice message, probably half, barely, black belt, yeah. They rarely do they respond with a voice message back, but sometimes they do. But yeah, like, and then you just obviously get them on the call, and you have your quick video chat with them, offer them value again, see where they're at, see where their pain points are, see where their struggles are, see where they want to go, especially with their health and fitness in my industry, and what it is they're trying to achieve. And you obviously try and break down some of the objections on the call, you know, if it's the right time for them, if they have enough time to be able to do it, you know, if they had a budget towards their health, you know, all that sort of stuff, right? So really just getting clear and trying to map whether or not they're going to be a perfect buyer or a client from your strategy session when you offer them the action plan. And yeah, so you kind of just weed out the ones that aren't going to go any further, and they're probably not going to be a good fit because they can't like afford your services, or they just don't have the right time to be able to do it, right? So yeah, and then
you're not going for a sales presentation without qualifying them properly.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, that's the words. Yeah.
The process, this is a very good explanation, actually. Very good. Well done, Philip. So basically, you said a few things very important. Now, it's very good because, one, we focus on the perfect buyer, not ideal avatar, ideal client. The perfect buyer, which is the person that will buy the easiest and the fastest now. easy, fast now. And these people have a specific behavior, like they have patterns that we can recognize. Those patterns, we recognize them in these communities, whether on Facebook, whether on LinkedIn, even on Instagram, or paid communities. And then based on that behavior, we can mirror them when we reply to those posts. We can mirror them, right? And follow the 1, 2, 3 formula that leads to, most of the time, very targeted conversations. You said something very important, which is when you help them a little bit, they don't have just one question, they have more than one question. And because you help them, like truly gave them a proper solution to whatever the question they ask, now suddenly they ask you more for more. And then the iceberg is, keep showing more and more. And then suddenly you go from a group, noisy, to a one-on-one relationship, texting, then you follow the structure we have in place, text, voice, all that. And then you finish in a call. And this entire process, you are qualifying them and showing them you are an authority in your space. So those two, if they are qualified in an authority, the very last step is you move them to a sales call. And there we go. Always following mirroring. That's very good. Okay, Philip. So, and then what happened? Now, here's the question, right? You acquired 3 clients, right?
Yeah.
3 clients.
Yeah.
3 paid customers. And here's the question.
All up front.
Do you feel, say again? All
Yeah,
paid up front.
All paid up front. Yeah, all paid up front.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. So that's very good. Congratulations. Well done, Philip. So here's the question, right? As you go into the next 4 months of the year, right? Now is end of August 2021. Do you feel that by keep doing this, and now you are going to have a client here or there as a fluke? Or you feel like just by repeating and consistently showing up and follow the formula a couple of hours a day, every day, you feel that you're going to bring more clients? What's your feeling?
Yeah, 100%. It's it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when, right? You know the tasks that you're going to be doing, hunting, farming, and getting them on a call, right? You know exactly what it is that you got to do. You just got to show up and do it every day. If you're willing to do that and spend the time to do it, it's just like, it's just going to literally fall into place. Eventually you're going to get into your routine, get to the habit of doing it all. And then eventually, yeah, you just, like, as I said, it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when the next one's coming, right? Like I've got a bunch of calls. I don't stop taking calls now because of this system, and they just keep coming in thick and fast. And yeah, it's just a matter of time when someone's going to sign up to your program, for sure. So the next 4 months, pretty exciting, man.
There we go.
Yeah.
Damn, well done, Philip. So let me ask you this. If someone, let's say someone is watching this success story, which you've done extremely well, one thing you do very well is like you're consistent, you're showing up, you do the trainings, you follow the calls, you try to apply the formula, you understand fast, and when we practice, you get it very easily. So that's all your work, man. I just basically guide you through the process. But let's say someone right now is watching this interview, they maybe have spoken with me. They obviously want more clients. They want the predictable factor in their business on how they bring clients predictably. They'll keep posting all over the place and feel like they're spamming people with DMs and friending requests, blasting all day long. Like they want to have this predictable system that requires a couple of hours a day every day, and they will bring high ticket paying customers for their business. They have spoke with me, but they have not yet pulled the trigger. And they are watching this now. What would be your answer to why would, if one, should they join, and why is that?
Well, if their pain point is not knowing how to acquire a client online, then they need to literally sign up to learn how to exactly get clients online, because this is the program that's going to get you there. The predictability of this, the simplicity as well, actually. It may take a little bit to, maneuver around and understand it, but once you do and you show up every single day and be consistent with it, like it just becomes that daily routine that you have. You wake up, you go hunting, you go farming, and then that's it. You get calls and you're done, right? So if someone's on the fence for this and they're not getting clients, well, they need to just take that little step over the other side of it, because you're going to get clients.
There you go. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right, now. not related to myself or the mirroring concept or the mirroring formula, for any person that is growing a business, does not matter if he's a few months in or a few years in, what would be your very best advice from your own experience? What would you share to anyone who is a solopreneur trying to figure things out and growing? Like in general, because you've been doing a while now, this is what you do on a daily basis. So what would be your very best advice for people?
It's funny. It's not dissimilar to what I tell my clients with their health, right, and their fitness. And it's not about having to be perfect, because mistakes are going to happen and things aren't going to get done. But you don't obviously sit on that and worry about it and stew on it. You just literally take action. And if you don't do it one day, it doesn't mean that you're just going to keep cascading. You just, dust yourself off and go again, and you start again, and you just keep building and building and building until these actions become habits. And I always say to people on my calls and my clients that your actions are either who you are or who you are becoming. So who do you want to become? You want to become one that's getting clients. You want to become someone that's successful in business. Then you need to be doing actions that align with that goal. And after a while, those actions that you're doing are going to be who you become. And then that's going to be you, a successful business owner or entrepreneur or whatever it is you're doing. Or health fitness coach, in my case.
Thank you very much, Philip. Words of wisdom. One last question, if it's okay with you. If someone is watching this and they check or want to check exactly how your fitness program works, because you actually have a very good program, and I like it the way you track everything and make sure your people are following the numbers that will lead them to whatever the physique they're looking for. If someone wants to talk with you, find you, what is the easiest and the best way to do it?
Yeah, so through Instagram at Coach Phillip Gerard, you can follow me there and send me a message, and obviously I'll get back to you pretty quickly. Or on Facebook, Phillip Gerard. It's probably pretty hard to find on Facebook though. That's the problem. But yeah, mainly Instagram is going to be the easiest one, I think. And if you like numbers, you like spreadsheets, and you like following an easy step-by-step process, then I'll tell you what.
It's actually true, man.
Yeah,
your program is pretty unique.
We've got a pretty similar setup, without even realizing how's actions
the key
numbers, follow this, and it's just holding their hand, man. And it's so good because they go, I had clients, they're just it just seems too simple, and it's just their stress just drops. They're like, oh my God, and they just have to just keep doing these actions. I got the 8-step formula for those of you that don't know.
Clarity leads to result all the time. Clarity leads to action, basically. Philip, I will put your Instagram and I will tag you wherever I put this interview. Philip, listen, thank you very much, man. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for doing well, and thank you for sharing your story with my community. I really do appreciate it.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much for teaching me, and thank you very much for doing what you do, because I wouldn't be here without you, man.
Thank you, man. Enjoy it. Bye-bye.
Bye.